first Osofo Rev Wegam. On to the book.
The papa no yet no him wanti.
On to the book.
Osofo ya mo yes animal na
nobody can explain why. Nobody can explain why President Mahama didn't go. Nobody can explain why.
This is Facts of Facts on Ghanaians TV. Do like, share, and subscribe. Guys, as you're all aware, there has been a very tragic incident in our country. And of course, a lot of school of thought. And of course, people have been sharing their views about it. What ifs keeps on rising. All right. Now, there's been a lot of conversation about President Mahama was the special guest of honor to the event you have right here. All right. But unfortunately, at the last minute or the 11th hour, he decided to attend a program in Central Region. Now, the pastor who invited President Mahama to that program has been talking. And the people of Ghana are not even finding that funny at all. They said, Pastor, please shut up already. Rev Wegam, what are you talking about? Like, go and sit down. Let us mourn in peace. You cannot come and take political or 5-star point from this. All right? You cannot claim that you have vetted it at the expense of 8 lives. You are making the matter worse. Listen to what some Ghanaians are saying. In fact, before we go there, listen to what the journalists are talking about.
Asa make a come straight to me point wada. A come straight to first Osofo Rev Wegam. On to the book.
The papa no yet no him wanti.
On to the book.
Osofo ya mo yes animal na
nobody can explain why. Nobody can explain why President Mahama didn't go. Nobody can explain why. Nobody. Any power ye di pe bi ntime nkyere. E dey kwa na kyere say President Mahama say ko ya the same flight no come dey call. And just call ya e kebesi.
Look, President Mahama be kwa enya ade security arrangement a minimum no. Enya ade oni pa do sa bet na plane mu.
And say ko ya e dey kwa just the same pilot and never fly.
You see ade Osofo Wegam aye no. Then he is rather painting the picture say Mahama is under the control of his wife.
Oh, you put a kind of bunny.
No, you see, governance. Debbie say, Obi bu amai. Now you're inviting the say Omra inauguration of Cote d'Ivoire. Now you need to stop and say, on sign on class already. Ghana, we are living dangerously.
No, Mahama, what you are saying.
Say Mahama. Mahama Omane Boamah as president. Now over to Kwai Akobokina Cote d'Ivoire. Now the year it me stop and say on sign Cote d'Ivoire non kwa sorry. No to me sign kwa sorry dia. Godon. Omai no. Amani anti.
That's when I sorry be no program.
Ani anti ni anti.
More I sorry woko.
Anti.
E wa sorry woko.
Anti kra.
Wa sorry woko. That no more ye day. Yeah anti no. Also ade o ye about. I agree with you.
Oh no, in fact,
I agree with you on that level.
No, you see what be confirming the rumor say appointment do no abani nyina Lodina na. And people say Lodina for appointment so you won't get it. Miss Board yes unyai.
Interesting. So the journalists don't seem to understand why this pastor is making these allegations. In fact, what this means is that if President Mahama was to attend this event, what shows that is this pilot who is going to fly them to Obuasi. What shows the security arrangement would have changed. All right, you cannot, all right, claim that you are the one who stopped the president from going at the expense of 8 people's life. You should just stop talking at this point. Now, it's not only the journalists who are talking. Most section of Ghanaians, and like I'll share some of the comments with you. It's not even funny at this point, guys. So, Rev Wegam reveals that the prayer battle that kept Mahama off the helicopter crash was because of he and his team's intervention. They prayed, they fasted, and God listened and saved the president. What about the 8 people? Are they demons? Like, are they not children of God as well? Like, you see, when people talk like this, it sometimes make the whole situation even difficult for people to understand. Are you not by extension saying that the lives of the other people do not matter? Let me run you through some of the comments, please. Lord Figo has a comment and he reads, if it was averted, why President Mahama didn't tell the rest to stop and postpone if it was averted. This message is from Lord Figo. If it was averted, why President Mahama didn't tell the rest to stop and postpone to another day? Hey! So Lord Figo seemed not to understand where the Pastor Wegam or Reverend Wegam is coming from. Another comment from James Atta Adru, and it reads, wait, would the president have used the same chopper? Would he have used the same crew? Would he have traveled by air to Obuasi in the first place? We will use religion, sir. Then same will happen in the near future. You see, somebody wants to score points with this. It's just not necessary, in my point of view. Now, another comment from Grant Kwame King. The prayer worked for only one individual? This is a very good question. Pastor, just go and sit down. We don't like these drama at this point in time. Let me pick another comment. King, is it King? He's saying that. So those who died are useless. So essentially, Reverend Wegam, you need to come back again because you are just not making sense at this point. I beg your pardon. Another point from Nana Kofi Sarkodie, and it reads, but the heli was not en route to Ivory Coast as you claim. So how was that averted? A very legit question. You think you can just come and say things and people are not subjected to scrutiny? Bro, Isaac Boy has this to say, and he reads, it wasn't his time. It wasn't his time. Emphasis on that. All right? But if God says yes, no one can say no. It is not because of you. Look at how Muntaka was saved by Atufosin. So it's just not their time yet. So stop talking. This is from Anita. As if those who joined to experience that tragedy were demons. Exactly my point. Ibrahim Buba comes with a comment and he reads, these pastors, you are becoming funny, Reverend Wegam. And you see, we know Assemblies of God church pastors or reverend ministers are not like that. You cannot come out and behave like Mozama disco pastors. You cannot. Now, there's another comment from Obey AJ Ajekum, and it reads, Amanon Kwan or ye Christo ni. What be chen kremofo no a omu wuye no. Nurus Hassan has this to say, and he reads, technically, the Reverend shifted the death on 1 to 8 with logics like this. Are we making headway? This is a good question. You cannot just come and throw dust in the eyes of the public. When we are mourning, we will not accept this from Reverend Wegam. Go and come back again. Samira Lai had this to say, and he reads, at this point, I think the media and authority heads as well as men of God should be mindful of certain statements. It makes the situation more painful and even puts God in a certain space. Let's mourn and act on the belief of God knows best, rather than some of these statements which makes it look like those who lost their lives were not God people. I agree with this particular comment. Another comment that caught my eyes is from James Kwejo Asiedu, and he reads, Satan's pastor and his NDC party. And the message goes on and on and on. And we have one from Musa Ali Kone, and he reads, Hey, I wanted to say something, but you, dear, it's okay. He does not want to disrespect the man of God. But you see, this men of God bring themselves into public conversation like this. You can keep your prophecy to yourself, but you cannot come and muddy the waters at this point in time. People are mourning. You cannot claim you averted the life of President Mahama in exchange of 8 lives, innocent people who also have families. Why do you want to be the favorite pastor of President Mahama or what? Give us a break, Rev Wegam, and go and sit somewhere. We don't have time for some of these dramas. That's Facts on Facts on Ghana SMTV. Do like, share, and subscribe. Signing out.